You know, it's hard to believe that it's been almost 5 years. I think the biggest accomplishment really was changing around an attitude at Hiram. We had some difficulties, as everyone knows. Our enrollment wasn't going in the right direction. We had some financial problems. But really, we didn't necessarily believe enough in ourselves and the future. And I think today the feeling of people across the Hiram family is that the college is growing. We're growing in terms of our enrollment. Our financial picture is growing much better. We have some physical growth with new buildings. Just across the board, I think there's a very positive feeling that we're on the brink of having a really new era at Hiram College where we're going to have great success in doing what Hiram has always done really well, which is educate young people. Well, all of it is fun. Well, almost all. It is really a very exciting opportunity to work with young men and women who are finding themselves in this world and whom we are helping to put in a position where they can do good things as citizens of their communities, members of their family, and in a very real sense, citizens of the world right now. That is a very satisfying part of this job.
Great. What's the hardest part of your job?
Raising money. Raising money and the speed with which things happen. There are so many good things that we have that are right on the cusp that we could do, and it always seems to take a little bit longer. So the frustration is that we can't move quicker, and that is tough for me. I am not a very patient person. We have such a distinguished group of men and women who have come through this college and then gone on to do very important things, many of whom are unsung in the importance of what they're doing, but it is still very real. So I am forever amazed at what the alums have accomplished. But then they tell me a lot about Hiram, and since I am not a Hiram grad, I have learned more about, and I think have become really truly imbued with the Hiram culture from what alums have passed on to me, what it was like culturally and socially when they were members of the class of 51 or even 99, well, 1999. It's a great group of 14,000 members of that alumni body, and they all have very interesting tales. I am always amazed at the wonderful level of feeling that they have for the faculty, particularly. Well, they're really very valuable for me because it is probably the most important way that I stay in touch with our most important constituency, our students. And I hear all kinds of things. Now is the time where I'm getting a lot of visits from students who are worried about what they're going to do come graduation. So I have a number of young people coming in and talking to me about whether I can be of assistance to them in their job search. But the topics range from the sublime to really the ridiculous. I've had students come in to complain about the number of cartoon channels on our cable network, and also had students come in to talk to me about roommate problems and the transition from living at home with parents who are taking care of everything to being more or less on your own. So it's a wide gamut, and it really helps me stay founded, I think, with the students. And it's not only important for me, but it also turns out to be very enjoyable. I really like the interaction that I have with our students. It's a bright, bright group of very engaged young people.